It's time to dissociate from life. When I first heard that Animal Crossing New Horizons came out, I went nuts because I played Wild World obsessively as a kid. Ever since I got the game about a year ago, I have been slaving away. And because I spend so much time playing, I thought I ought to give you a tour of my island. Welcome to the island of Kauai. If you look at the map, I've got Deirdre, Sprinkle, Tiffany, Kabuki, Flora, Chow, Fauna, Lucky, Goldie, my favorite, and Bianca. And then there's Daniel and me, but Daniel doesn't even play, so boo Daniel. My island is a garden-inspired theme, or at least I tried to stick to it. As we continue on with the tour, you'll find that I somewhat fell off the path of commitment. The goal was to make the island feel natural and elegant, and that you feel lost where there's no clear direction of where to go, but also enough space to run around. I found the pathing from watching hundreds of Fairycore island tours. I'm not kidding when I say hundreds of tours. That was all the algorithm would serve me, and I would just eat it up. So anyways, you'll see these stone paths like everywhere you go, and it basically inspired me to make it a garden-themed island because my airport is painfully close to my resident services. I just did some waterscaping over here to separate the two. I kept the decor around resident services simple and tucked it away between waterfalls and cliffs, but also gave the illusion that it had its own space by putting more seating on the sides right here. Back to the airport area, because I am not consistent at tours, you will find something I call Peach Beach, where there's just peaches, pink flowers, and these cute little peach pit chairs. I see it as a picnic area for the villagers, but they never come here. I'm not very good at decorating the beaches. I've tried making it look really cool and like campfire-y, but I just don't have the creative capacity to do that. I'm going to take you guys up past the windmills, a little place I like to call the Busch Gardens Cafe, because there's bushes and it looks like a garden, and there's a little cafe in the back. You can't even walk through it, so it's very inconvenient. But look how cute it is. It's just a cute little nook area. To the right of the airport, if you keep going, following along the pathing, little campsite. I try to keep it as natural as possible with lots of trees and flowers. People are very good at campsite building, but I just found the most random naturey items and just kept it at that. I'm just itching to redo my island as I'm giving this tour. I'm gonna take you down from the campsite and look again. This beach empty. If you go past resident services, up the little ramp, my favorite part of the island and the first thing that I made, this overlook. First thing meaning the first thing I committed to after scrapping my island like 5 times. I built this for 2 reasons. 1, to take up space on this huge island because it's so easy to run out of ideas. 2, because I wanted to play on some perspectives and an overlook would be perfect for that. Right when I started building this, I just could not stop. Every time I do not know what to do with an area, I just add pathing and some benches and a street lamp. And I think that's good enough. These street lamps are my favorite item in the whole entire game because they just add so much height and light to the whole entire island. Across the little bridge and over here, a bamboo forest, paying homage to the Japanese theme that I tried to commit to my first go round of decorating the island. It just did not work out. If you go down from the bamboo forest, a little garden, a bunch of flowers and benches. I feel like this area is so peaceful and you will see a lot of villagers crossing in and out. Up here, I like to think of this pond as a little whimsical garden spot where villagers can come and reflect on life or come here for romantic escapades. Let's get out of the pond and into the residential area. Up on the 3rd level, you will find Tiffany, Sprinkle, and Goldie's house. Goldie is my favorite Animal Crossing villager because she is so sweet and so wholesome, so I gave her the most flowers out of everybody. Essentially, when I do not know how to decorate houses, I literally just put flowers everywhere. Over here you will find a little flower shop where villagers buy plants, flowers, anything that their heart desires. They have a secret business that they're selling suspicious plants that can only be sourced from other islands, but they are sold here. If you go past the bridge, this is Flora's house. She is a flamingo, so naturally she needs flamingo bodyguards to protect her at all costs. Fauna is always wearing this towel that I gave her. I didn't think that she would wear it all the time. This is now her little tube top towel dress that she just shamelessly walks around the island with. Past Fauna's house, you will go down the ramp, and up here is one of my favorite areas, Deirdre's house. Her house is so cute and it reminds me of a little cottage, so I tried to make it as cottagey and whimsical as possible with the mushrooms and the flowers. Going down from Deirdre's house, one of my favorite things that I did is paying homage to my Asian roots. This is Kabuki's house right here. He's more Japanese styled, so I gave him some more of the Japanese items that were available. And over here is Chow's house. Chow is also the owner of a Chinese restaurant. It's everyone's favorite restaurant on the island. I like to pay homage to the Chinese restaurants that I went to growing up with the fish tanks that were always in front of the restaurant. So it was cool how the fish were both decorations and food. Going beyond the Chinese restaurant, a little festival grounds. I used the dock as a entertainment area. My villagers like to come up to this dock and sing at the mic, so it's just really adorable. I know this island tour is literally all over the place, so just bear with me as I run through everything and we will land here. This is Lucky's area. It's filled with weeds. I decided to give him a little stretch of land that includes a cool casket, and another cool item is this nice little pyramid. You know how I mentioned that as you go on along the island, you will see less of my theme. This is what I mean. There is no plot, there is no reason to it. I just decided to do it. I'm going to take you to one last stop of a villager, and her name is Bianca. She's super girly, so I tried to make most of her flowers and plants pink. Again, I like to travel by running instead of walking slowly, so here we go. There's the Able sisters over here, and they like to sell their clothes outside for the latest deals. Right next to Able sisters, Mr. Tom Nook's store. Of course, he makes his little children, Timmy and Tommy, run the store because he's busy doing things with Isabel. I pretend that Tom Nook has a secret affair with Isabel, and Timmy and Tommy are completely unaware to it. Past Nook's cranny and going up the steps, and to your right there is a little amusement park slash kids zone, I like to call it. It's just obnoxious with all these little dogs and stuff. Going past the kids area, the museum, just decorated it with some fossils and also this really pretty butterfly figurine. Overloaded on the pathing and on the street lamps, but I think it turned out really well because it just keeps it like a simple and clean kind of look. Right next to the museum, you can come here, watch the sunset, eat some cake. Pretty sure Tom Nook and Isabel come here for their secret rendezvous, but I mean, I'm not trying to spill any tea or anything. Past the date night area, a little rock garden. I tried to grow more rocks, only was successful with one rock, and this makes me very upset because I worked so hard to get rid of the rocks and then they are still not spawning. So if someone has any tips on how to put all their rocks in one place, just let me know. This area looks pretty half-baked. Pretend that this island is not under construction still. I will take you to the secret beach, aka the black market. I tried to represent that with gold bars, tarantulas, the gold Dorado figurine and the cardboard boxes. I'm pretty sure everybody on this island trades at the black market. I'm going to take you to another favorite spot of mine. It is a stargazing area. I really love how at night everything just lights up, especially the star fragments. And I just think it's so sweet to come up here and prey upon the stars. Past the market area is my home. I have a gold rose garden. It just makes it look very whimsical and elegant at the same time. All right, it's time to take you guys into the house. The main room is so large, so I tried to add a little bit more separation with these jail bars right here. And then behind the jail bars is just a seating area. I love the herringbone floors. It just looks so homey and peaceful and cozy all at the same time. Over here to the left, you will find a bathroom area for all your toilet needs. I intentionally kept the room dark so then palm tree lamps can light up the whole entire room, and it just adds this very beautiful ocean glow. This area just makes me want to take like really long poops or something because I just want to enjoy the atmosphere. To the right of the main room, a cute kitchen. The green tiles add so much life to the room, and then the orange walls just make it very bold. I believe that adding wall plants make the house a home, if you know what I mean. Over here in the back room, I like to think of this room as a place that I rent out to people. I added these panels in the back to act as French doors to the backyard. If you're interested in renting out this little studio apartment, let me know. I'm willing to negotiate the monthly rent to about 10,000 bells per month. I will now take you to the basement of my house. I tried to make it as girly and Y2K as possible. What inspired me to make this room was definitely the heart-shaped rugs and also the zebra print flooring. I just thought it was so cute and a fun combination. It brings back so many good memories of when I was a kid. And then my favorite part of the house, the bedroom. It is a huge room. I didn't know how to decorate it at first, so I decided to kind of turn it into two rooms. One side is like the bed, sleeping area, and then over here is lounge seating area. I tried to make it look like the room was lived in by adding a lot of wall decorations. Daniel is my next door neighbor. He has a black house, so I decorated it with black roses. He took no part in decorating and he stopped playing like a month after the game came out, so I am just extremely disappointed in him. He could have invested more time in this game, but unfortunately he left me to do all the work for him. I'm sure inside his house has so many cockroaches, so we're not even gonna go in there. There we have it, folks, where I've been spending 500 hours of my life this past year. See you next time!